Hello and welcome. Today we're at Legoland Billund and we're about to take a walk down the freshly named and themed Monster Street. Until the 1st of October it was known as the classic Brick Street. I'm sure now the season's finished it will be called Brick Street again, but for the month of October, for their Brick or Treat event, it was their Monster Street, which had been completely revamped, fully rethemed, loads of different games to be played and lots of different information to read. So one of those bits to read was this. Now there's a game dotted around the whole of the park. So instead of, say for example, Windsor had a little game in their Miniland where you had to try and spell a word, and that was just dotted in their Miniland. This had the word for a secret password that was dotted all over the park, and they had little bits and pieces dug in the ground or stuck to the sides of things. So it was lots and lots to do for the little ones. There was loads of different games. You'd spend all day just doing different bits and pieces. That is your observation tower. That was amazing, lit up at night. Completely different theming this year compared to last year, because last year it was a full sort of like wrap that looked like a pumpkin and then had the lights over. This time they completely changed this type of lights that they've used, and I don't think they added like the wrap skin on the actual glass, so I think you would have still got the full view out the observation tower this year. So I think it would have just been exactly the same from the inside, whereas last year when you were looking through it was where you had the wrap with the sort of the eyes and the stickers, it was very sort of circly to look through. It was an amazing effect to look at it when it was up, but on the inside it wasn't the best, whereas this time I think it was the best of both worlds with regards to the lighting on the outside and what you'd been able to see from the inside as well. So they really have done a lot of changes compared to the 2021. Obviously now we're in 2022, so I am already wondering what they're going to be doing for the 2023 season, because this was absolutely amazing. There was so much to see, lots of different models. You can see that they use all the different sort of Lego storage heads with regards to the pumpkins and the skeletons. Real pumpkins, all different types of long-lasting ones as well, and they've got spiders, they had Lego bats dotted off everything. So you can just see it goes all the way down. Now we'll carry on and just rename it as we have a quick look at the train. If you hadn't spotted that, that is completely wrapped in lights, so when it gets dark all the green lights are on show, and it looks like the Monster Fighters train, and it looked incredible as it was going around. Now what is known as Brick Street, the reason why it's called what it's called, even though we're at Monster Street, to the left hand side on Monster Street should I say, is where all the hotel rooms are for the park view rooms. So if you did manage to stay over the Brick or Treat event, I would imagine you would have had an amazing view of the park, because you had all of the spotlights and everything up on the trees, and it was just an incredible thing to walk around. I managed to walk around it on this day because the park was open until 9 o'clock, but if you had booked one of those rooms, I think you were very lucky, because I would have thought you would have had some very good views, and you've just seen a lot of the park which you would never normally see, because of the colour of the lighting that they use and just actually having it lit up in the evening time as well. So if you did manage to stay there, please let us know if it was worth paying the money to stay there, because it is something that I really do want to do. I've had people in the comments below let me know that they have stayed there before, and obviously what they saw was really nice. Price wise it will vary, like it does if it's on peak, off peak, and depending on if there's an event like this, and obviously if it's midweek or not. So you can find all those prices and everything out on the Lego website. So if you are thinking of staying at the Legoland Hotel, that will be one of the best places to go. But you can see just the amount of different bits that they've done, and bearing in mind this is directly outside the entrance to the Legoland Hotel from the park, because the park gives the hotel guests its own special way in. So you go through those red doors, you need your own special card, and then you can just get into the hotel, and then you are now in the hotel. Obviously to check in, you have to check in from the main road, and then you can walk around, but it does allow you to go from your hotel room straight into the park and straight back out again. Some of them aren't like that, some of them are, but again with the theming that was on the outside was amazing. And I did manage to quickly look at the entrance of the Legoland Hotel, and they had just gone to town with it again with regards to the amount of theming and everything they had up their steps. So I think everywhere, every part of the Legoland bit, if it was the holiday village, or if it was the hotel, or as you can see if it was the park, They had done so much for Halloween. Now you can see all of the footsteps are still on the floor. Some of them did go off to the left, some of them carry on going. They are dotted around most of the park, I do believe. Also, you had the QR code to scan if you wanted to, and I guess it would give you a bit of a hint of where the bits and pieces were. I didn't get a chance to play that game because I literally spent all day just filming stuff because there was just so much different things to take in, and it was nice just to see all the theming. Now we are walking down and we've just walked past the Jupiter Valley that's behind me, and there was another little children's ride just to the left hand side, but you've got to remember how busy this place is, so I'm not going to be pointing the camera where there's a lot of people, especially the younger ones, but also we're not there for that, we're there for this, we're there for all the different bits where you can have your photo taken. So this was this I do believe was actually at the entrance last year, and they've now relocated it to here, and they put something completely different up by the entrance this time round, and also done the layout completely differently as well. So I do remember that big pumpkin is a big photo opportunity, but they had, I think, might have added in a couple of different Lego models as well. So you just have to see what you can spot with regards to what's real and what is made out of Lego, and hopefully you've spotted some of the bats and things that we would have walked by when I was waffling on about all the different bits and pieces. But down at this end, you've got the big burger bar to the right hand side, you've got the sweets and ice cream factory, I do believe, to the left hand side, and then you've got the big 4D cinema that is in a straight line. So down at the end by the 4D cinema, that is also where another one of the monster sort of places are to be able to get either your sweets or your drink or anything. So you had to pay 60 Danish kroner extra, and it was basically a trick or treat. So you went around the whole park, you queued up, you got given like a little goodie bag, and they put different bits and pieces in it, but you just saw all the little ones dressed up in amazing Halloween attire, and they were just running around all day trying to get to every single one of them. And I think it was even fully booked, I do believe, because there was a sticker that basically said they couldn't take any more. So it was a very popular thing. I think that is something that they only do on Saturdays though, so do be wary if you are thinking of coming next year, because I don't think it was going on the Sunday, but I think that this specific Sunday was because it was the end of season. So I am here on the last Saturday where it was open until 9 o'clock, and then the Sunday they, I do believe, actually had all sorts of parades, and then it finished with an amazing fireworks display as well. So that will be on my list for maybe 2023. Be there for the very last day, and then just see all the different activities, because this is actually the day the clocks changed. So the following day it got darker earlier anyway. So it was perfect timing all round. But you can see that there is a lot of Lego Series 14. Now, if you are watching these videos that I'm uploading, I'm trying to upload them in order, and we are playing the Lego Pokemon version of Series 14. Let me know how many you've spotted so far, because I'm sure we have every single cardboard cutout dotted around the whole park. Now we are right outside the 4D cinema. There is the new Monster Chase being played. Did not manage to get on that because when I went over to actually get on it, it had a massive countdown of like 45 minutes for some reason. So I did managed to get on that, because obviously then I was at the other side of the park, and it was just it is what it is. But you can see just there right in front of me, that big old queue is where people are playing their trick or treat, and they've got them, like I said, dotted around the park. I think there's maybe 8 of them dotted around, and now this is the back of the photo opportunity. You can see that they've even got a little box for the little ones to stand on, and they've got the handles and everything, so you can just get up there nice, safe and sound. But guys, that is it. Already we have gone through another video. Hopefully you are going to be looking forward to all the videos that are to come, and you sort of appreciate all the theme that they've done. But we have walked past Atlantis, we've walked past the Jupiter Valley, and then we've got the 2 little shops to the back, and then you've obviously got the burger bar, which you saw they had the food and everything for, all rethemed for Halloween as well. But guys, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.